What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the George Mason versus George Washington college basketball matchup going down Friday, March 14th, 2025. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, head to Pickdawgz.com. Click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. It's a great time to do so because we have a lot of action. We are in the midst towards the back end of conference tournament season for college hoops. We have Selection Sunday this weekend, and now we're starting to get to the point where those week-long passes, those long-term passes, get you into the opening round of the NCAA tournament. So, definitely a great time to jump on long-term. We're also going to have NBA and NHL on the board as well, so use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off your purchase. We've also got products for those who make big bets and for those with big bankrolls, those looking for more of a VIP experience, where you're going to get things like late alert plays closer to game time, or we're going to track line movement for you, try to get you the best possible number compared to the closing line. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, text the number on the screen for more information, even if it's just to find out if it's right for you. But let's get to this one between George Mason and George Washington. The George Washington Revolutionaries, it is still weird for me to say that. I still can't believe that's the name they went with. But the Revolutionaries, they took out Fordham 88-81 in the second round, while George Mason comes into the tournament as the 2 seed, finishing the year 24-7 overall, tied for the regular season title with VCU, 15-3 in conference play. But it was George Mason that got the 2 seed based on the tiebreaker with VCU. And now the Patriots have to sort of put it all together and try to maybe get back to the NCAA tournament, because the last couple years has not necessarily been hasn't been the best for George Mason in terms of tournament appearances and postseason success. I mean, this is a George Mason team that hasn't made the tournament in a dog's age. So they have a lot of work to do, and this is still, I think, VCU's tournament to win. But George Mason at times has shown the ability to make life difficult for opposing teams because they have a fantastic defense. George Mason defensively on the national scale, is as a top 25 defense in terms of adjusted defensive efficiency. Top 20 in 3-point defense, top 5 in 2-point defense. So they take away a lot of clean looks, and that's not good for a George Washington offense. That was 11th out of 15 teams in offensive efficiency in conference play. 13th in turnover percentage. They were not good with taking care of the basketball. And George Mason's defense, top 5 in the conference in turnover percentage. So I think that George Mason's defense can hold true here. But I think the reason that George Mason's defense has had to hold true so many times is because the offense is ineffective. They're 10th in offensive efficiency, 14th in turnover percentage on offense. As much as I, give G-Dub flack for turning the ball over, George Mason turns the ball over more. And George Washington's defense is actually right on par with a lot of what George Mason's numbers are in conference play. And George Washington actually forces more turnovers than George Mason does. 19.5% in terms of turnover percentage on defense. 3rd in defensive efficiency, right behind George Mason by about 2 points per 100 possessions. They have a great 3-point defense, solid 2-point defense. And for George Mason, the key for the Patriots to have some semblance of success offensively is to get to the foul line, where 22% of their points have come this season, even though they're only shooting 69.6%. But George Washington, 4th in the conference in free throw rate allowed. So for me in this one, I got to go with the under here. I think this is going to be a defensive battle. It was in the regular season matchup, but the thing is, the game went to overtime. And if you know our thoughts, overtime is where underdogs and unders go to die. And as long as you stay away from the overtime, and like it happened in the first meeting, we would have had 2 totals that we were in like the 120s at best. The first meeting was 80-77 in overtime, but going into overtime, it was 61-61. And the rematch finished 53-50 in favor of George Mason at George Washington. So I think this could be sort of a 61-58 kind of game. It was a 3-point game in both meetings in the regular season, which is why it's tough to get on a side here with the point spread being around 2.5, 3. But I'd like the under here, especially in a what feels like a one and done situation, because I don't think the A10 is going to be sending 2 teams to the big dance. So it feels like this is it for both these teams. So I'm going to go with the under between George Mason and George Washington, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find those at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're at Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.